the birth of the Marine Corps Women's Reserve. Born February 13, 1943, of necessity, the women Marines mushroomed into a sizable force of eager, full-fledged reserves who were ready to step into the breach.
I felt I was making a contribution because the Marines that had jobs, office jobs, did not want to be there because their buddies were going. They did not want to be, they didn't want those jobs. They wanted to go out and fight. That's the way everybody felt. They just wanted to go out and beat this thing. Basic training was pretty tough. They made sure that you just had to toe the line. Once we got into boot camp, it was marching 8 to 9 hours a day. And what else? The thing that was grueling and bad was that some of the older Marines did not want women in the service. They were opposed to it. And they would absolutely insult you.
Really? What would they say?
Well, just, what the hell are you doing here? But they would say other things too. Go back home where you belong. And it was usually the older Marines, the old salts, that were so opposed to it. Some of the younger men just were happy to have a dance partner because every weekend somebody had a dance on the base.
You talked about the guys harassing you. What about the opposite extreme? Were the guys hitting on you, asking you for dates?
There were so many men on the base and so few women that women walked in groups, and there was no sexual things at all. I mean, we had no problem with that. They did teach you a little bit about taking care of yourself. They told you what the 7 vulnerable parts of the body where you could strike, and never get yourself in a situation. And also, we had hat pins, but they weren't on our hats. They were under our lapel. And, that would, you could jab somebody with that. That would be a surprise. I never had to use it. The young men were very respectable. I have to say that.
Did you have any idea about what you wanted to do in the Marines before you got there?
I always liked flying, and I thought maybe I would do something with flying, but I didn't. I checked with the subjects I took in school and everything. They figured I was better for office work. Many things that we typed had 6 and 7 carbons, so accuracy was very important. The saddest thing I did was there was a naval hospital on the base, and I used to go there and write letters for some of the young men that were brought there because they were injured, and that was hard to do. Some of them that I'm not coming home, just forget about me, things like that. Girlfriends, or they broke up with their girlfriends.
Why did they do that?
Well, because they didn't like what happened to their bodies. I mean, maybe they're minus a leg, an arm, maybe their eyesight was gone, maybe half of their face was gone.
It must have been pretty hard to handle.
Oh, I couldn't watch more war movies. When I first got home and when we got television, I couldn't watch a war movie. I do now, but I couldn't do it then.
So how do you look back on the Marine experience?
I'm still proud of being in there. I think I did a service for the country, and I'm proud of the Marine. And it's no matter where you go, when I thank a Marine for his service, and I'll say I'm a buddy, it's immediately like your family.
This is our war, and the victory too shall be ours. Here is your new fashion for victory. Of women Marines.